once again. We were here last year and we got some very valuable input, recommendations, suggestions, and to move forward with this project. This afternoon, what we propose to do is to have the developer give us once again a brief overview of the project, because some people may have forgotten. There might be people here, persons here who may be seeing it for the first time. And then we will move to a summary of what transpired at the previous consultation. And then we're going to look at how the recommendations and issues have been addressed and will be addressed. Okay, so I'll now turn over to Mr. Wang to give us a brief overview of it.
Thank you for all of you for coming. My name is Wang, and I'm working with the Singapore Heng Grenada Development Private Limited, the developer of Grenada National Resort project, which is located at Levera, St. Patrick. And as Mr. Edward Niles said just now, first I would like to present you a brief picture about the project itself. And then I will give the floor to Mr. Edward Niles to field the questions or queries presented through last time's consultation. So thank you very much. Before I start, I would like to show you some footage of the project, the concept, and then I will give you a brief introduction to the project development itself. Thank you.
Turtle watching will be preserved and promoted as unique selling point to the diverse and vibrant St. Patrick economy. Public people visit the site and all of the recommendations that are outlined within the plan and the environmental and social impact assessment. This is not a long journey, but a journey that will ensure the environmental, social, and economic sustainability of this project. To help propel this rich, diverse, and enduring part of the Tri-Island state.
Employment not only in the tourism sector, but other sectors that will be impacted positively. Agriculture, right? The ready market will create agricultural produce because the workers will consume agricultural produce. So the farmers will benefit. Other sectors will benefit. That will benefit. So that the whole
Audio is the loudest.
What we are saying is that we have to create a balance between environmental conservation and employment for the development of the site.
Taxi and tour operators, vendors and restaurateurs, artists and artisans will find opportunities to expand their livelihoods when this project comes ashore. Fishermen and farmers will have a direct and guaranteed market for their produce and upgraded facilities from which to operate on Levera Beach and the local market.
My name is Carl Keita. For me, an advantage. And what is the advantage for me that we really need to look at other persons on my farm, which would be helpful to them. And once they are employed with me, you know, disposing will come to the shop, people, the bus driver, everybody will be, and everybody will be eating up.
So the next, I'm very happy to present you a brief introduction of the project itself. And this project is officially approved by the Grenadian government, and the official name is Grenada National Resort project. And the concept plan has already been approved by the PPU, Physical Planning Unit of the government. And this is an overview, bird's eye view of the project site. The total area is 256 acres. And the construction period will span 8 years. That will be calculated from the start of the formal construction. But the problem now is that we are still finalizing the construction drawings, which will be submitted for the PPU for its approval. And also, we need to have the people, the technicians, and the engineers to be coming here to start the formal construction work. And now we are trying every means possible to alleviate the impact of the pandemic. And so we will have our technicians and engineers to be here, to work here, and to work with the local neighbors to start officially the project. Sorry. So for the 80-year construction period, the project will be classified into 4 phases. That means for the first phase, the construction of the tower building 1 and the construction of the 18-hole golf course. And for the second phase, the construction of tower, high-rise tower number 2, and some logistics buildings and wind buildings. And in the meantime, also the construction of some staff dormitories. For the phase 3, there will be the development and the construction of some mountain villas or individualized villas. Phase number 4 is also the construction of the mountain villas. So the total project is being developed, classified into 4 phases, which will span 80-year period. So the red area will be the phase number 1 construction.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can I interrupt? Phase 1 is the golf course and what?
And the 18-hole golf course, and you see, for the hotel complex, we have 3 high-rise buildings.
Okay.
Number 1 of the high-rise will be included in the phase number 1.
Okay.
So in the purple color, this will be the construction content of phase number 2. And in color yellow, phase number 3. It's not very clear. The photos.
Oh my God.
So this will be the bird's eye view of the total construction site. How is this building?
How many stories are there?
You see the height is of 16 floors.
Let's approve this.
So the shape of the building will be exactly after the construction drawings. So the rendering here for the three buildings will be exactly what it will be looked like after completion. So it's in the shape of sales, which means that the developer, the local community, and the people around will get on board on this project to have a smooth sailing.
Oh my lord.
This is presentation available in English so we can actually understand the text that's attached inside.
So the concept of the hotel complex.
As you can't read it from here.
Completely bonkers.
And is this going to be shared? This presentation will be shared? Made public?
And in implementing the project at the very stage, first we strictly follow the government protocols, regulations, and the rules. And we have all the concept planning. We have submitted all the applications to the government agencies concerned, and we have got their permission to go ahead. And now we are at the stage of the finalization of construction, drawing, designing. And before that, I'm sure that some of you have realized that we have hired the subcontractor to conduct the geotechnical drilling survey on the site, which means that we have drilled over 270 holes underground to understand what exactly they underground, because we will build some high-rise buildings on the surface. So before that, we have done the geotechnical drilling survey, which has already been finished. And those drilling analysis results will provide vital and important information for the finalization of construction drawings, designing.
This is absolutely incredible. This is
So to implement the project smoothly, we must follow the government rules. We must go through all the formalities. And before the formal start, we have to make the environmental and social impact analysis, which is being done by Mr. Edward Niles. And later on, he will present you some facts and findings about the analysis. And also, in the meantime, we are of the opinion that to develop and to protect the environment is complementary. They are not contradictory. In our views that with the sound development, scientific development, we will be financially more powerful or more capable of doing what we should protect the environment. So we deem that development and environment protection are complementary to each other. So we are quite confident, and we are sure that through this development of this project, the local employment will be secured, and the local agricultural produce sales will be increased, and the local people's capabilities will be enhanced, and the local environment will be more harmonized with what we will develop on the site. So thank you very much, and now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Edward Niles.
Excuse me, sir. Just the information, please. The address. I assume that we are all marketing to big people, and we should respect each other's opinions and views. But we also be, I would appreciate, or we would appreciate, if when one person is making a point, that you allow that person to make the point or the comment or whatever. And while the presenter is presenting, yes, maybe we can interject, but before the presenter will finish his presentation, and then the questions come afterwards. I would very much appreciate if we can things in that order. Thank you.
This is Edward Niles. Forgive me, I just forgot. I think we should present a small footage to the guests here to show that the project is being conducted by our general contractor, CRCC, China Railway Construction Corporation, which is one of the top 3 state companies in China. And through this footage, you may have a brief understanding about the capabilities of the general contractor of the project.
1,000 years ago, people set foot on the endless Silk Road with infinite artery among the distant lakes, connecting the isolated islands of life into an oasis of civilization. Today, the ever-extending open road initiative has once again demonstrated the beautiful vision of confidence and community of shared future for mankind. This is a new era of win-win cooperation and common development. China Railway Construction Company Limited, CRCC, is working hand in hand with the people of the world to realize